Shri Chaitanya Sadhutam Swayam Dita Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Guru Shri Rupam Sadhujata Sahajanath Sadhavaitam Sadhurupam Parijanath Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Sadhana Maum Vishpadaya Krishna Prasad Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharane Nirvishi Krishnavari Prasad Namaha Krishna Prasad Krishna Krishna Chaitanya Hare Krishna Prema Shri Krishna Chaitanya Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama So we discussed 8.8 today. This marks the beginning of the Chaturshloki Gita, that is, in 4 verses, the summary and the essence of the entire Bhagavad Gita. Aham sarvasya prabhu matta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante ma buddha bhava samandita. I am the source of all the spiritual and material worlds. Everything emanates from me. The wise who know this engage in my devotional service and worship me with all their hearts. A learned scholar who has studied the Vedas perfectly and has information from authorities like Lord Chaitanya and who knows how to apply these teachings can understand them. Krishna is the origin of everything in both the material and spiritual worlds. And because he knows this perfectly, he becomes firmly fixed in devotional service of the Lord. He can never be deviated by any amount of nonsensical commentaries or by fools. All the Vedic literature agrees that Krishna is the source of Brahma, Shiva, and all other demigods. In the Atharva Veda, Gopal Tapani Upanishad 124, it is said, Yo Brahmanam विदधाति पूर्वं यो वै वेदांस गोपयति स्म Krishna. It was Krishna who in the beginning instructed Brahma in Vedic knowledge and who disseminated Vedic knowledge in the past. Then again the Narayana Upanishad says, Ataha Purusho Havai Narayana Kamayataha Prajashve Vijayati. Then the Supreme Personality Narayana desired to create living entities. The Upanishad continues, Narayanat Brahmajayatu Narayana Prajapati Prajayate Narayana Indrujayate Narayana Asto Vasabhujayate Narayana Ekadasha Rudrajayate Narayana Dvadasha Vidya. From Narayana Brahma is born, and from Narayana the patriarchs are born. From Narayana Indra is born, from Narayana the 8 Vasus are born, from Narayana the 11 Rudras are born, from Narayana the 12 Adityas are born. This Narayana incarnation, Narayana is an expansion of Krishna. It is said in the same Vedas, Brahmanya Devaki Putrakaha. The son of Devaki, Krishna, is the Supreme Personality. Then it is said, Eko vai Narayana Asi na Brahma na Isha na Apo na Agni Samao Neme Dvau na Prithvi na Nakshatrani na Surya. In the beginning of the creation, there was only the Supreme Personality, Narayana. There was no Brahma, no Shiva, no water, no fire, no moon, no stars in the sky, no sun. In the Maha Upanishad, it is also said that Lord Shiva was born from the forehead of the Supreme Lord. Thus, the Vedas say that it is the Supreme Lord, the creator of Brahma and Shiva, who is to be worshipped. In the Moksha Dharma, Krishna also says, Prajapatim Jarudram Chapi Abham Eva Sajami Vai Tauhi Mam Navijani Tu Mama Maya Vimohito. The patriarchs Shiva and others are created by me, though they do not know that they are created by me, because they are deluded by my illusory energy. The Varaha Puran also is said, Narayana Parodevas Tasmad Jatas Chaturmukha Tasmad Rudro Bhavad Devaha Sacha Sarvagnatam Gataha Sacha Sarvagnatam Gataha. Narayana is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and from him Brahma was born, from him Shiva was born. Lord Narayana is the source of all generations, and he is called the most efficient cause of everything. He says, because everything is born of me, I am the original source of all. Everything is under me, no one is above me. There is no supreme controller other than Krishna. One who understands Krishna in such a way from a bona fide spiritual master with references from Vedic literature engages all his energy in Krishna consciousness and becomes a truly learned man. In comparison to him, all others who do not know Krishna properly are but fools. Only a fool would consider Krishna to be an ordinary man. A Krishna conscious person should not be bewildered by fools. He should avoid all unauthorized commentaries and interpretations on Bhagavad Gita and proceed in Krishna consciousness with determination and firmness. The reality of this world should always be equated to whom reality belongs to. Nothing in this world has value without the person from whom it is coming. This is the great science of Krishna consciousness. Just like uh, somebody is speaking appreciative words. Now, appreciative words have no value in themselves, but the point which is valuable is that who is speaking those words, and the person who is speaking those words is what determines what is the value of those words. Is it just like suppose if those appreciative words are spoken uh, by say by a waiter in a restaurant or by the shopkeeper, and those words are not those words are bogus. We understand. Is it? So in Krishna consciousness also, suppose those words are spoken by say junior devotees like that. Prabhu, you are so nice, you are so wonderful. You are such an upright devotee of the Lord. You understand those words? Okay, it's not having much value. It's fine. It need not be taken seriously, actually. Like that. So, but suppose if those words are spoken by uh, senior devotees or the guru, then it can have a lot of value. We understand, okay, they are happy and pleased, actually. So this is what I'm supposed to do more and more. This is what is pleasing, like that. So similarly, actually, uh, uh, people actually many times get incited and instigated on the spur of the moment, on the event. Like say suppose somebody on the road is speaking some words here and there, people get immediately agitated because of a fight. So though that criticism has no value, it is not to be taken very seriously. Is it not? Since somebody makes a mockery on the streets, and then we start replying, and then it will end up into a fight. It is not to be taken seriously, actually. But suppose Krishna Master is speaking in angry words. Those words are very important. That means we need to really mold ourselves. We had some probably we got some wrong conception of how service is to be done, or how now by Krishna's mercy we are getting to understand a deeper vision. And so those words have to be taken seriously. So it all depends upon the person, not just the thing which is happening. Is it not? Like that. So that's why you see, even in say admission forms, they first ask, if you fill admission forms. Previous days we filled many forms actually. So if you fill admission forms for for these colleges, you will see they always ask, first of all, okay, what was your CGPA? The first question they ask, but they don't stop on that. They say, okay, what was your CGPA? The second question asked is that, okay, what is the maximum CGPA? You may say my CG is 3.7. But then they ask the maximum CGPA. So if you say 3.7 out of 4, Many countries follow that. So then it is fine. That means it's 8.2, 8.4 city. Right? No, not 8.9.2, 9.2. No, yeah, 9.2 type of city. Like that. If you say I got 9, it's a 9 out of 4. So that's what they want to understand. Second thing they want to understand, how many people were there. How much is the group strength of the class and all that. So you see, the figure in itself has not much value, is it not? You can say I got 6. 6 can be taken in derogatory sense, appreciative sense. It all depends on the situation. 6 is out of what? If it is 6 out of 6, then it's wonderful, is it not? You hit a 6 here, no? But if it is our KGP style 6, then it is heroic, like that. So the point is that similarly, so everything depends on the on the people actually. Everything it doesn't just depend on the face value. It doesn't just depend on the face value, like that. Therefore, the big mistake in life which people do on a materialistic note is not to relate with the person, but to relate with the figure, or with the or with the electric signal. So if you relate with the electric signal and you do not relate to the person, then you commit a big mistake. That way. So okay, we say okay, the signal is right now, in a good signal, comforting signal. So wonderful. The signal is, provoking signal. So let us fight, So we associate with signal, but actually we should learn to live life in association with the people, the person. Actually, then we will be in a more steady perspective in life. Actually, is it not? So rather than seeing that, okay, this particular, I want these particular kind of words, like that. It is better to, connect. It is better to equate like that. I want these particular devotees association. That association may not always mean it will be in a gala mood. It will be in, there may be various ways. Sometimes it's grave, sometimes it's funny, sometimes it's in anxiety. But then we understand that that is a person actually. So this is the point actually, which can make life more meaningful actually, more meaningful. Just like we should not just like say for example a guru should not be only seen as a person who just smiles and gives a pat. Sometimes he can give instructions also. And sometimes he can give corrections also. So one should be in a position to take it all. In a happy sense that yes, this is an important thing which is coming in my life actually. So let me mold myself accordingly. So this is this is the aspect which the Lord is highlighting actually. To say uh, to say that to say a thing without a person or to equate with a thing without a person is foolishness. Is not very intelligent actually. But the whole world is moving on this foolish side. Just like suppose we go to our say our hometown, and we go to our home, like that. But then we have gone and reached home, but the parents are not there, they have gone somewhere out, and the whole home is there, like that. So what will we do in the home? Bang our head or what? This is not. The home has no meaning actually. It's the people. It is the people actually. So that's why Shastras also describe these aspects, This aspect, the same fact, Shastras also describe, in our day-to-day dealings. Like, for example, the Shastra says, this one, that you go to holy places to take a bath, and simply take a bath and come back. So, what is this? So that was Shavidvara Haushtu Khare.
Gokara, Gokara.
Gokara, Saiva Gokara, This is that. Yeah. So it says such a person is called as Gokara. He is no better than a gullible cow, and an ass actually. Hmm. He just roamed around and came back, and he did not take the pains of actually he did not took the pains to connect and associate with saintly personalities. The Gokara is an ass or a cow, no use of its existence in that sense. So this is the this is what we explained actually. It's like I was I was reading in Bhagavatam yesterday, and actually our Lord Parshuram became very angry when Kartaviri Arjuna he stole away the Kamadhenu, not stole away, forcibly grabbed the soldiers and all that. The Kamadhenu, cow of Jamadagini. Now, Jamadagini is father of Lord Parshuram. Lord Parshuram became very angry and he went to the capital city, Mahishmati, of Kartaviri Arjuna and killed him. And Kartaviri Arjuna had 1,000 hands. He killed him and came back. So, and then he was narrating, the Lord Parshuram was narrating these incidents of what happened, how he killed him to his brothers and the father. Actually, his father was a great sage. So his father told him, "Arey, you did an activity which is not Brahmanical. So he had to atone. You better go to holy places, for 1 year." And then then Prabhupada writes actually that this solution is many times given, that okay, you better go for purification, you go to holy places. And Prabhupada writes that why this solution is given, because the actual solution is what? The actual solution is engagement in Krishna consciousness and practice of bhakti through devotional service. But because one may not be able to take that, so therefore he said go to holy places, because at each holy place he will get some or the other holy association. And by this holy association, actually, he will get purified. And then it will be possible for him to take to devotional service. Like that. So, uh, so it ignites from a person, is it not? That way. Therefore, we see our own bhakti also ignites from a person, It is not an impersonal concept that one day we felt like an urge, okay, now let us become a bhakta in life, or so many things are tried out, It doesn't work like that. It's a person actually who ignites, who inspires, who, helps. So this is what the Lord is revealing here actually. Therefore, taking the material world without acknowledging the Supreme Lord is a big mistake. Then, in that way, we get trapped into the illusory energy. So, yes, acknowledgement is the beginning, and seeing the connection is a mature stage, and seeing it as whole and soul and goal, that is the acme. That is the perfection. Whole and soul, So what is that verse? स्थावर जंगम ना देखी तार मूर्ति. Then what is that? Sarvatra Arishta Dev Sutri. So one doesn't see power jangam moving and non-moving. One sees Krishna everywhere. One sees Krishna everywhere. That kind of vision is necessary for anything tangible. If one wants to do anything tangible out of the box, then that kind of vision is required. Thavara jangam na dekhi tar. Now one only sees the Supreme Lord, and he doesn't see anything else here and there like that. So this type of consciousness is required to turn things around, to change things. We see this, is it not? Just like who can be a powerful businessman, successful businessman who can raise industries, who can churn money and so on. One who sees nothing else other than money, Only such a person can do that. This is not. Who can be a powerful researcher, Nobel laureate researcher, one who sees nothing else other than his research topic. He is only looking for clues, whomever he looks at, whichever, wherever he looks at, he only sees his own research, like that. So the same principle actually. In the same way, the whole material world can be crossed if one sees the Lord everywhere. And this secret, this is what the Lord is revealing. The Lord has been building up in previous verses, and now the Lord is speaking. Yes, this is this is what the Lord is speaking actually. But I am the source of everything. I am the source of everything. Just like, say, for example, this is like this, that suppose if there is sweet preparation, say for example, there is this sweet rice, suppose, and there is kaju and cashew which is cut small and added in it, and there is vanilla flavor added in it, So it's nice, and it is condensed, So now suppose if the sweet rice is very hot, it is difficult to partake of it immediately, because it's very hot, it burns, like that. So then the solution, what we understand is that because it's hot, we don't throw it off. We say, okay, let me wait for some time and let it little cool down. Then because it's an important commodity, it should not be wasted, and nobody else should take it. It's my quota. So or it is unclaimed quota, so now I am claiming it like that, and then I can relish it. Is it not? So in a similar way, actually, we understand. So the immediate signal is not very important, is it? But what is more important is what it is, and we take it on. Okay, sweet rice. It is sweet rice. Take it. Suppose suppose it was some medicine kada or something, and it is very hot. We are not able to take it. We'll say, okay, very nice. Let's throw it off. We're not able to take it. It's so hot. Like that. Let it be. I have to go to college. Like that. So, but if it is sweet rice, we'll not let it go. Is it not? So it is what we are taking in that way. So similarly, actually, you know, so hot is a negative signal, and sweet rice is the identity, is it not? Which you know is wonderful and auspicious. No, wonderful and tasty. Not auspicious, but tasty. You know, like everything auspicious about origin. Uh, so in a similar way, actually, situations in this material world may give a negative signal sometimes, many times. But unless we identify that situation, okay, no, it is the Supreme Lord who is, arranging everything, like that. Then it will be difficult to take it up, and we may throw the situation, is it not? We may run away from the situation. You see how people materialistic not, they run away from situations, They want to hide the reality. So therefore, in real life, they don't act much. They don't talk to people. They don't relate with them. They don't, resolve misunderstandings. They simply watch TV. They simply watch games. Play games, watch TV. Watch films. Illusion. They go into more and more in deeper state of illusion, actually. So they reject it, actually, is it not? So many times people, they have little bit different opinion, a little bit tussle, and they stop, like that. They never take pains to resolve. So what's happening is that, one is not uh, uh, catching the proper identity. The proper identity is with rice is coming from Krishna, and Krishna is always sweet, but just that it's hot right now. So tolerate for some time till it becomes a little cool, and then you can relish that association with Krishna, and you can relish that hand of Krishna. Just help us actually. That is the point actually, which is being discussed, or which the Lord wants to reiterate, and therefore Prabhupada in the purport, Srila Prabhupada is giving such a quoting from so many shastras to make this point that yes, how Krishna is the source of all the demigods and everyone. So Prabhupada is that point, so emphatic here actually, or in such a detailed manner here actually. Aham sarvasya prabhu mattah sarvam pravartate. इति मत्वा भजन्ते मां बुधा भाव समायुक्ताः. So let us read from the slideshow. Let's read from the slideshow.
Yes, yes.
We'll read from Vishwanath Chaturvedi. So Srila Vishwanath Chaturvedi. Who is the 10th candidate? Okay. Here he speaks of his vibhuti characterized by great power. I am the cause of all existence and the manifestation of everything, both material and spiritual. Prabhava. Because of me alone, Mattaha in the form of Paramatma, the whole material world operates. Sarvam pravartate. As well as because of me alone in the form of avatars like Narad Muni, like Narada, Mattaha, as well because of me alone in the form of avatars like Narada, Mattaha, all the spiritual sadhanas such as bhakti, jnana, tapas and karma and the goals of these sadhanas operate. Sarvam pravartate. He then describes the yoga, which is Ananya Bhakti, being convinced, though, uh, being convinced through faith by his knowledge, iti matva, the intelligent persons endowed with bhava in the form of dasya, sakhya, or other relationships worship him. Thus, the vibhuti and the yoga mentioned in the previous verse have been explained in this verse. I am the origin of everything. Everything means the universe also. Whatever you can imagine that comes within the category of everything. So if Krishna is the source of everything, then if you love Krishna, you love the universe. Actually, that is so. If you love your father, then you love your brother. If you love your country, then you love your countrymen. So the love begins from the origin. If you love your body, then you love your fingers. Right? Iti matva bhajante nam. One who has understood this fact that God is the origin of all emanations, one who has understood this fact very nicely, scientifically, then by loving God you love everything. And bhava samanditaha buddha, one must be well versed at the same time, completely absorbed in spiritual emotion, bhava. This bhava is the highest platform for coming to the perfection of life. This lecture on Bhagavad Gita 10.8, New York, 1967. So, what we understand, which is the Prabhupada is speaking here, the prime most necessity for everything in life is to develop its is to first establish the foundation of solid relationship with Krishna. Like that. This is what it means. If you love Krishna, you love the universe, you love everything. So the first thing we need in our life is to set right our relationship with Krishna. Therefore, the first thing which you need in the day is morning program, solid morning program. The first thing which we need in the day is directions from the Shastra. Because if that element is set in properly, the Krishna element is set in properly, then everything else becomes meaningful and valuable. Otherwise, it is meaningless. Otherwise, it's meaningless. So that means actually, uh, you know, we see that just like, you know, we need to understand, just like actually that, say for example, uh, you see sometimes in malls and other things, that the person is able to see various areas in the building actually, and he has controls of various areas. Now, some problem is there in some area, you know, then he can set right that problem sitting at his very place. He doesn't have to go here and there because the control systems, the norms, the control systems are actually making sure that from one place you can control and oversee everything. So therefore, actually, Sharanagati or surrender is actually the control system, because just by surrendering to Krishna, we can control everything else. No? Just by surrendering to Krishna, everything else can be controlled and set into place. So there is no need to run here and there. The problem is people run here and there. Actually, all we need in our life is to sit at one place and rectify or strengthen, consolidate our relationship with Krishna, which in turn will reflect or manifest as setting right the problem. Just like, say for example, there is fight between two devotees. Now how is the fight resolved? The fight exists because of shallow consciousness. So the consciousness goes higher and the fight is automatically resolved. So this is the point that so therefore now to tackle the fight first we need to develop a deeper spiritual understanding, and when we are in a deeper and stronger state in bhakti, then that fight will not exist. Like that. So this is the point actually that bhakti, the substance of bhakti has to be kind of powerfully consolidated. Similarly, many times in life we lose hope, we give up, we don't struggle, like that. When spiritual substance is high, one will be able to push on. Actually, there are many times in life uh, when one is uh, excessively running after something. The spiritual element is right, then one can have the right vision. It can be more optimal, like that. So in this way, we see that, you know, that this Sharanagati to the lotus feet of the Lord, is like a control system.